So, hello everybody. Today we are going to see the reading of this chapter qualifications of a systems analyst. So, basically, it's a part of a chapter, and the earlier uh, points we have covered, and you can just listen to the previous videos. Now, we are going to see the qualifications of systems analysts. So, what are they? A system analyst must fulfill the following requirements: a working knowledge of information technology, computer programming experience and expertise, general business knowledge, problem solving skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, flexibility and adaptability, uh, thorough knowledge of analysis and design methodologies. In summary, the skills that are required may be classified into the following: analytical skills, technical skills, management skills, interpersonal skills. Analytical skills. Now, what are they? As the designation of person is system analysts, possession of analytical skills is very important. Analytical skills can be classified into the following sets: system study, organizational knowledge, problem identification, problem analysis, and problem solving. System study. The first important skill of systems analyst is to know about system. It means that systems analyst should be able to identify work assignment as a system. It involves identification of each of the system's characteristics such as inputs, outputs, processes, etc. Information systems can be seen as subsystems in larger organizational systems, taking input and returning output to their organizational environments. Data flow diagram clearly illustrates inputs, outputs, system boundaries, the environment, subsystems, and interrelationship. Purpose and constraints are much more difficult to illustrate and must therefore be documented using other notations. In total, all elements of logical system description must address all characteristics of a system. Organizational knowledge. Whether a person is an in house in traditional organization or contract software developer in modern organization, she or he must understand how organization works. In addition, she or he must understand the functions and procedures of the particular organization or enterprise she or he is working for. Selected areas of organizational knowledge for a systems analyst are given below. Number one, how work officially gets done in a particular organization. In this area, knowledge about the following is required: terminology, abbreviations, and acronyms, policies, standards and procedures, formal organization structure, job description. Number two, understanding the organization's internal politics. In this area, knowledge is required about the following: influence and inclinations of key personnel, finding the experts in different concerned subject areas, critical events in the organization's history, informal organization structure, uh, coal- coalition membership, and power structures. Understanding the organization's competitive and regulatory environment. In this area, knowledge is required about the following: government regulations, competitors from domestic and internal fronts, products, services, and markets. Role of technology. Number 4. Understanding the organization's strategies and tactics. In this area, the requisite knowledge is given below: short as well as long term strategy and plans, values and missions. Problem identification. A problem can be defined as the difference between an existing situation and desired situation. The process of identifying problem is the process of defining differences. So problem solving is the process of finding a way to reduce differences. A manager defines differences by comparing the current situation to the output of a model that predicts what the output should be. In order to identify problems that need to be solved, the systems analyst must develop a repertoire of models to, if you know the pronunciation of this word, repertoire, you can just mention in the comment section with the meaning of models to define the differences between what is present and what ought to be present. Problem analysis and problem solving. Once a problem has been identified, systems analysts must analyze the problem and determine how to solve it. Analysis uh, entails more about the problem. Systems analyst learns through experience with guidance from proven methods. The process of obtaining information from concerned people as well as from organizational files and documents. As she or he seeks out additional information, she or he also begins to formulate alternative solutions to the problem. The next step is that the alternatives are compared and typically one is chosen as best solution. Once the analysts, users and management agree on the general stability of a solution, feasibility, they devise a plan for implementing it. Herbert Simon has first proposed this approach. According to her or him, this approach has four phases, namely intelligence, design, choice, and implementation. This approach is similar to system development life cycle. Intelligence. During this phase, all information relevant to the problem is collected. Design. During this phase, alternatives are formulated. Choice. During this phase, the best alternative solution is chosen. Implementation. During this phase, the solution is put into practice. Technical skills. Many aspects of the job of systems analysts are technically oriented. In order to develop computer based information systems, systems analysts must understand information technologies, their potentials, and their limitations. A systems analyst needs technical skills not only to perform tasks assigned to him or her, but also to communicate with the other people with whom she or he works in systems development. The technical knowledge of a systems analyst must be updated from time to time. In general, a system analyst should be as familiar as possible with such families of technology such as microcomputers, workstations, mini computers, and mainframe computers, programming languages, operating systems both for PCs and networks, database and file management systems, data communication standards, and software for local and wide area networks, system development tools and environments such as forms and report generators and graphical user interface design tools and decision support systems and data analysis tools. So she or he should know all of the above as well as modern methods and techniques for describing, modeling and building systems. Oh my god. System analyst has to do so much. Now comes the management skills. When a systems analyst is asked to lead a product team, then management skills are required. Systems analysts need to know the process of managing his or her own work and how to use organizational resources in the most productive way possible. Self management is important skill for an analyst. There are four categories of management skills: resource management, project management, risk management, and change management. Resource management, system analysts must know how to get the most out of a wide range of resources, that is, system documentation, information technology, and money. A team leader must learn how to best utilize the particular talents of others team members. She or he must also be able to delegate responsibility and power to do the tasks they have been assigned. Resource management includes the following capabilities: predicting resource usage, budgeting, tracking and accounting for resource consumption, learning how to use resources effectively, evaluating the quality of resources used, securing resources from abusive use, relinquishing resources when no longer needed, and releasing the resources when they can no longer be useful. Project management: a project is defined as a sequence of unique, complex, and connected activities having one goal or purpose, and that must be completed by a specific time, within budgets and according to specifications. Project management is defined as a process of scoping, planning, staffing, organizing, directing, and controlling the development of acceptable system at minimum cost within a specified time frame. In the role of project manager, she or he first needs to decompose the project into several independent tasks. The next step is to determine how the tasks are related to each other and who will be responsible for each task. Risk management: a risk is any unfavorable event or circumstance that can occur while a project is underway. If a risk comes true, it can hamper the successful and timely completion of a project. Therefore, it is necessary to anticipate and identify different risks a project is uh, susceptible to, so that contingency plans can be prepared in advance to control the effects of each risk. Once a risk to the project has been identified, project managers must be able to minimize the likelihood that those risks will actually occur. It also includes knowing where to place resources such as people, where they can do the best, and prioritizing activities to achieve better productivity. Change management: introducing a new or improved information system into an organization is a change process. In general, people do not like change and tend to resist it. Therefore, any change in the way people perform their duties in an organization must be carefully managed. Change management is a very important skill for system analysts. The systems analyst must know how to get people to make a smooth transition from one information system to another, giving up their old ways of doing things and accepting new ways. Change management also includes the ability to deal with technical issues related to change, such as obsolescence and reusability. So, not much is left. Let's complete. Interpersonal skills. Systems analyst works extensively with staff in key positions in an organization. So interpersonal skills are necessary for success of him or her. These skills can be classified as communication skills, working alone as well as in a team, facilitating groups, managing expectations. Now comes communication skills. A systems analyst should be able to communicate clearly and effectively with others. She or he must establish a good relationship with clients early in the project and maintain it throughout the project. Communication takes many forms, from written to verbal to visual. The analyst must be able to master as many forms of communication as possible. Interpersonal communication subjects are business speaking, business writing, interviewing, listening, technical discussion, technical writing. Working alone as well as in a team, a systems analyst must be able to organize and manage his or her own schedule, commitments, and deadlines, because many people in the organization will depend on his or her individual performance. But system analysts must work with the team towards achieving project goals. To work together effectively and to ensure the quality of the product, the team must establish standards of cooperation and coordination that guide their work. There are 12 characteristics of a high performance team that influence teamwork. Oh shit. Shared and elevated vision, sense of team identity, result driven structure, competent team members, commitment to the team, mutual trust, interdependency among team members, effective communication, sense of autonomy, sense of empowerment, small team size. Facilitating groups. This skill is required when systems analyst works in joint application development approach. In this approach, system analyst works with group during system development. Analysts use JAD sessions to gather systems requirements and to conduct design reviews. System analysts can be asked to work as a facilitator. Facilitation necessarily involves a certain amount of neutrality on the part of the facilitator. The facilitator must guide the group without being a part of the group and must work to keep the effort on track by helping the group resolve differences. Guidelines for a facilitator are given below. Purpose should be made clear. Make sure that the group understand what is expected of them and of you. Use physical movement to focus on yourself or on the group. Reward group member participation with thanks and respect. Ask questions instead of making statement. Wait patiently for answers. Be a good listener. Encourage group members to feel ownership of the group's goal and of their attempts to reach those goals. Managing expectations. System development is a change process, and members of an organization greet any organizational change with anticipation and uncertainty. Organizational members will have certain ideas about what new information system will be able to do for them. Ginsburg found that successfully managing user expectations is related to successful systems implementation. The systems analyst needs to understand the technology. Sure, he must understand the workflows that the technology will support and how the new system will affect them. The important ability of systems analysis is to communicate a realistic picture of the new system and what it will do for users and managers. Managing expectations begins with the development of the business case for the system and extends all the way through training people to use the finished system. The relationship between a system and analyst skills and system development life cycle are depicted in figure 2.1. So figure 2.1 is like blank here. Uh, so here we come to the end, and check your progress. Answers will be provided in the description. So let's see the summary. In this unit we discuss the skills necessary for success as a system analyst. An organization needs system analysts for the replacement of existing system with computerized system. A system analyst may work on a project basis or may be part of client's team as a permanent employee who works about changes to be implemented to the existing system in the client organization. A system analyst take various roles to work in a team for the benefit of the organization and to develop successful information systems. Some of the roles are change agent, investigator, and monitor, architect, psychologist, motivator, intermediary. The requisite skills for system analysts are analytical, technical, management, and interpersonal. So here we come to the end of this unit, and thank you for listening.